This is an interesting time in crypto. As prices rise, newcomers abound in the crypto space. As beginners try to get their feet under them and learn the ropes, there's a tendency for many of these unseasoned investors to start throwing money into any coin they see that has a cute little logo. This isn't the NCAA tournament, folks. The point is, many don't research at all before investing into random ticker symbols. There are a few coins you do not want to invest in because they aren't appreciating assets, they don't go up. So before you go throwing your money into stablecoins because you heard they had a great team and were trying to integrate horse breeding onto the blockchain, you may want to watch this video. Let's get it. Welcome to Ben Armstrong Crypto X. Don't just trade crypto, experience it. If you're new, subscribe to the channel to start your crypto journey the right way by joining Ben Nation. Look, there are exciting coins in crypto. Coins that go boom. Coins that go up only. And then of course we have coins that at a certain point go down only. Today's video is not about a sexy coin pick and may be able to 100x and make you fortunes. But if you pay attention to today's video and actually take it as a lesson towards your crypto educational foundation, you may one day learn how to use these assets to make 100x's for yourself. Stablecoins might seem boring because that's usually not where you're going to find 1000x opportunity, but they are an extremely important part of the crypto ecosystem. We already did a deep dive on both USDC and Tether, two biggest stablecoins in the industry. So if you haven't watched them yet, you can find those videos on the playlist on the screen. In this video, we're going to talk about the other top stablecoins that might start to gain market share, and some of the crazy experimental ideas that could totally change how we think about money. According to CoinGecko, there are about 100 different stablecoins we're tracking, but we're not going to look at every single one, of course. There are some stablecoins that were created for different regions. For example, Tether has Euro Tether and USDC has URC. Both of them are pegged to the euro but offered by competing companies, in the same way that USDC competes with Tether for market share in US crypto dollars. There are also stable assets or commodities, like Tether Gold or Pax Gold, that are pegged to the price of gold. If you like gold, then you might like gold coins. If you do, you should check out our channel sponsor Stake. Stake is the world's largest social casino where you can win gold coins and chat while you play. Maybe with babes, I don't know. Visit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get your account started with Stake. Fun games, social chat, more. Maybe you'll find your twin flame. Ben Armstrong Crypto X is powered by Stake. Another great segue. The company behind Pax Gold is called Paxos. This was one of the first stablecoin companies in the industry, and their assets have always been reliable. But they haven't seen the same level of success as Tether and USDC. Maybe a reason for that. Paxos was founded by Charles Cascarilla and Rich Teo all the way back in 2012, but because they were so focused on being compliant with regulations, it took them 6 years to finally launch their first stablecoin, which is probably why they're a bit far behind. In 2018, Paxos launched the Paxos Standard Token, a stablecoin that was quickly rebranded to the Pax Dollar, which was obviously a much better name. TrustToken is another company that focuses a lot on regulatory compliance, but not many retail traders have heard of them either. They're behind the TrueUSD or TUSD, which is fully backed with proof of reserves. TUSD has a market cap of over $2 billion, somebody's using it. It has maintained its stability since 2018. Most of US-based exchanges don't list TUSD because they have their own platform stablecoins. But you can find TUSD on our favorite crypto exchange, Phemex. Make sure to click the Phemex link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen. Then don't forget to grab your Palau e-residency program card so you can get KYC when your card comes in the mail and trade legit. It's how all the cool kids trade now. I should know. I tell you every time, I am cool. I should also mention FDUSD, first digital USD. The stablecoin snuck up and entered the top 50 out of nowhere. Just launched in the summer of 2023 and already has a market cap of nearly $2 billion. This stablecoin is fully backed by US dollars, but it is issued in Hong Kong and most of the exchanges that list it aren't available in the US. Although you can still buy it on Uniswap if you're using Ethereum or PancakeSwap if you're using BNB. A lot of stablecoins are built for specific blockchains or exchanges. For example, Gemini has the Gemini dollar, Binance has BUSD, actually had BUSD, and ZK Sync has ZKUSD. I say Binance had BUSD because it was actually axed around the time of the contagion and bank collapses. Basically, Circle snitched on Paxos and BUSD. I'm sure to be white knights and not to swarm in on the vacuum left for market share, am I right? In many cases, you can get discounts for trading with these types of assets when you are on the associated chain or exchange. This is not the best place to keep your money long term. That could change over time. Technically, USDC is backed by Coinbase and has now grown to be an industry standard. This could happen with other assets too, but until it does, it's best to be careful about where you hold your assets for long-term storage. One exception might be the PayPal stablecoin. We all trust PayPal, right? I want my account back, which allows you to easily switch back and forth between dollars and PayPal USD in your PayPal account. The company Paxos that I mentioned earlier partnered with PayPal to help them launch their token. These platform-specific stablecoins can be very useful, but a lot of people in crypto want something more decentralized. How novel. This was the motivation behind the launch of DAI, D-A-I, a stablecoin backed on a system of over-collateralized loans made through a DeFi platform called MakerDAO. At first, DAI was backed entirely by ETH, which was an extremely decentralized model, but it had some flaws. ETH was too volatile, and swings in the price of Ethereum caused DAI to lose its peg on multiple different occasions. Eventually, the DAO voted to include more stable assets like USDC in the DAI treasury. This helped maintain stability, but it made the asset much more centralized, since it's now depending on a centralized currency, like USDC for a large part of its backing. If you're looking for even more decentralized options, by the way, there are algorithmic stablecoins. I've never had success with these, by the way. They have a very rough history, and nobody's actually been able to build one that's actually secure. I've never trusted one. The biggest algorithmic stablecoin in history was Terra Luna, and that did not end well. Luna was the native token for a stablecoin network called Terra Protocol. Now, I was really bullish on the price of Terra at the time, but I never fully bought into that ecosystem, and I never used it. Terra offered a variety of different stablecoins and different fiat denominations. For example, there was Terra USD, or UST, which was pegged to the US dollar. But there were also stablecoins that were correlated with the fiat currencies of Japan, Europe, the UK, and others. Like Tether USDC, which are representations of physical dollars in a bank, Terra stablecoins were not backed by a physical commodity. Instead, they were propped up by the speculative power of the Luna token. The mechanics of the Terra stablecoins were very complex, but on a very basic level, the Luna token was a counterweight to the stablecoins on the network. It worked like this. Users could mint UST through the Terra protocol, and every time they did, an equal amount of Luna was burned. This process maintained the peg of UST to $1, thanks to a complex algorithm. This means that as UST became more popular, Luna would become more scarce and rise in price. And it would also act as incentive for people to keep that peg held at $1. The mechanics of Terra Luna were controversial because the system had some very serious flaws. The entire ecosystem was in the hands of decent traders, and that's how it was designed. Self-interested and often emotional traders were the mechanism that helped the Terra stablecoins maintain their peg. If they no longer trusted the protocol, no buyers would be there to keep the price stable. That's exactly what happened in May of 2022. People lost confidence after there was a massive crash in price. There was definitely an attack to kick things off. I personally think Sam Bankman-Fried was responsible. Of course, obviously. I get into that theory in my book, Catching Up to FTX. You can get it now on Amazon. Click the link on the screen if you want to pick up a copy. The Luna crash is a long story, though, so I won't detail it here, but just know that the thing was a disaster and people are still trading it for some reason. This is one you should be staying very far away from. After the crash of Luna, many of the other algorithmic stablecoins on the market faded away. But if you decide to adopt a hybrid model where they would use algorithmic features but still back it up with treasury, that's the path that Frax decided to take after the market turned bearish on algorithmic stablecoins. Frax currently has two stablecoins and a wrap version of either. One of the stablecoins is pegged to the US dollar and backed by a collection of crypto assets. That one is called Frax, the original name of the protocol. They also more recently launched another stablecoin called FPI, or Frax Price Index, which is pegged to a basket of consumer goods like food, clothing, and other commodities that the average person spends money on. Traders can speculate on the FPI with the FPI shares token, which is basically the governance token for the index. The FPI token started at around $1 and is now trending at around $1.10. Meanwhile, the FPI shares token started at around $2.50 and is now all the way down to $1.30. This is a strange correlation that would make me a bit nervous about investing into the governance token, to be honest with you. But the idea of basing a currency on a basket of consumer goods is very interesting. But honestly, for me, I think I would rather invest in speculative assets and things that sound about as exciting as stocks. Can't talk about stablecoins without talking about Curve, of course. Cologne from the mid-90s that we all wore in the 7th grade. Actually, this is a decentralized exchange designed specifically for trading stablecoins, and it's one of the most important powerful platforms in DeFi. Curve is one of the best places to find liquidity. No, that's not a Cologne joke still. For stablecoins, which allows for trading these assets with minimal slippage. If you have a big stack of crypto, you can trade stablecoins back and forth to collect the arbitrage created by the tiny price differences. And since these are stablecoins, you know that the assets you're trading are going to stay within a certain range, so the chances of getting wrecked are pretty slim. unless the price of one of those stablecoins crash out of nowhere. This has been known to happen, as we saw with Terra. But main curve pools are only for collateralized stablecoins. There are tons of projects across DeFi that tap into the stablecoin liquidity on Curve, so it helps empower a bunch of other DeFi apps, in addition to the utility of the Curve app itself. So now, you should be a pro on stablecoins. Let me know which ones you like and which ones can become competitors to USDC and USDT. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. It helps us keep the lights on.